Hi everyone, welcome back to another cut above with Chris. Going for a face shave now. I've just done my head shave using the Secret Artisan soap and this beautiful razor, the Above the Tie R1 aluminium. Now, I'm going to use this in my face shave. I don't know why, because I know this is pretty efficient, pretty aggressive, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'm going to use the same soap that I used in my head shave, which is the unscented Western Australian Artisan, who hopefully won't be too far away from releasing his goods. I'm going to be using this brush. Now this is a Rick Montalvo, and I think this is the Uber Soft. I'm not 100% sure, but it feels very soft. It sprays probably too easily, but the handle's extremely different. I can't say I've ever seen a handle like it. It is a sort of random colour explosion similar to what Wolf Whiskers does. Bit of aqua on the bottom. It's actually quite nice. It's got a lovely weight to it. The actual handle in your hand is nice. That's not something I would normally pick, but I'm going to give it a go, and most likely I might piff this one or give it away in another giveaway soon. But well, I say soon, I'm still waiting to do my 1,000 giveaway. I'm sure all you guys are waiting for it as well. 3 shakes straight into the soap. Now this soap is more like a, at this stage, like a croap. Now I'm pretty sure if this formula works on me, I think the artisan himself is happy with it. Although his original formula that he sent over to me was fine with him. Look, see, it's so soft, it's actually just gathering on the tips there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scoop a little bit of this out as well. Wipe my face. I've got a hair there. Just rub that all over. Now if this works anything like it did on the head shave, and I don't get really any irritation, I'll be onto a winner here. So as you can see, that's painting on really thick. Now this knot isn't helping because the knot's so flimsy. Yeah, it's far too flimsy. There's no backbone in this knot at all, and as you can see, it's just literally stuck together. Just at the tips. It's a very thirsty soap, so I know it'll take a lot of water. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, this knot feels beautiful on the skin. It's actually not too bad. I've no idea where all this water's coming from right now. Tell you what though, this lather is exceptional. Look at that. Now it needs a lot more water. I have literally put far too much on the brush and on my face, but that's okay. I can work with an overloaded brush and too much soap. It's when you don't have enough, that's when it becomes a problem. Oh my god, this lather is phenomenal. Look at that. The gloss on this, I can't. It's so thick and yogurty. Right now, something I've noticed straight away, I'm not getting a reaction on my lips. That's normally the first thing that goes, first thing that's a telltale sign to me that soap's reacting to me. My skin feels a little bit irritated, but it was feeling irritated yesterday after my shave with the razor rock, so let's just see how we go. I'm going to give this a bash. Nasset blade, the same blade I used on my head. The R1 aluminium. From above the tank. This is really smooth. Wow. This razor, to me, definitely feels milder than the stainless steel R1. It's not as aggressive. I can feel the blade, but it's not like the stainless steel one, and I think it's because it's lighter. I'm not having to try and lift the pressure off my face. I can actually give it a little bit with this, not much. I'm not having to push any pressure on, but I can give it a little bit more than I do with the stainless. So let's just see how we go with lather number 2. Now it doesn't look like there's much in there. It looks pretty empty. This knot is actually quite nice. Now this soap, whenever it gets released, will not be as soft as this. Hopefully. This stuff is literally like cream, like a whipped cream. It's so thick. Now I could add way more water to this, but that's a lovely consistency. It's got a beautiful shine to it. It's easy to manage. It literally feels like yogurt. Right, above the tie, R1 across the grain. Right. Now, I'm not going to use any lather now. This is an efficient razor, and this will just show you how good this soap is. It's phenomenal. I don't recommend you do this. This is just so... Sometimes you get a soap where you can really appreciate the quality of it and the actual... Something that I really... It's really high on my list. Wow. Now, I've got a little bit of irritation, I'm not going to lie. This razor is not an everyday razor for me. It could be, I think, because it's not far away. So I've got a bit of irritation. But I had irritation yesterday from the razor rock. One thing I haven't got is irritation from the soap. Nothing at all, no irritation whatsoever, none on my lips, none on my face, none on my neck, nothing. The only irritation I've got right now is probably overshaving using an efficient razor with a pretty sharp blade, the Gillette Asset blade. But I'm just going to let this dry, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the brush. I'm not going to clean out the soap because there's not anything to clean out really. Just give this brush a clean out. The brush has actually surprised me. I thought the brush was going to be really average. It's a bit floppy. I think it'll work better with probably a firmer soap where I can actually get it loaded up correctly, because it is a very... I'm not even sure if it is the Uber Soft. I think it might be the... I can't remember the knot that Peter Wolf uses over at Wolfless, because he's got a knot there that he reckons is the softest knot he's ever used. This is very soft, but it's got no real density, and it's not got really any backbone at all. It's got a lovely scrub. It's got a nice bit of scrub to it. But that's about it. So the soap today was this. Hang on a minute. There you go, what's that? Sorry, came up with a battery warning. I've not got much battery left in my phone. So what's this? There's not a lot in here. This is basically just a test batch of, I suppose, base number 2. Unscented, but I have to say, even performance and latherability, just going off memory, I would say that probably lathered better and gave me a creamier lather than base 1. I think you've actually surpassed how good the first base was with this one, personally. Now, post shave feel, I've got a couple of little weepers and stuff, but actually not that bad. I thought my neck would have been bad. What's actually on there, if you can actually see that, all down here, all the red spots, that was there yesterday after my razor rock shave. So that's not because of what I've done today. That R1 has managed to give me a very comfortable shave. I do have a little bit of irritation, but nothing major. I'm not going to put any cream. Do you know what? I'll probably put a bit of Ann Herb on. I love that Ann Herb stuff. But I can tell you right now, it's not really needed. The post-shave feel on this soap is off the charts. Super, super moisturised. My skin feels lovely. Really impressed. I can't wait until some scents come into this soap. It starts getting out, the labels get done, they come into tubs, and they start getting sent out to you blokes out there that are interested. I think he's on to a winner. I think it's going to be well priced. I think it's going to blow a lot of people's socks off, because I think it's better than most soaps that I've used. There's very few soaps I've used that are on that level, Holy Call being one of them, Barrister Man, Wickham for vegetal based soaps. I mean, the L&L grooming and all that sort of stuff, they're all there, they're all on a similar sort of level. It's up there with them, if not better than quite a lot of them. Very impressed, extremely impressed. This has blown my mind tonight. Aluminium R1 from above the tie, blue base plate with a Gillette Asset blade, and let me tell you, that was one of the greatest shaves of my head that I've ever had. It was amazing. And for my face to say that I had 1 day's growth, to use such an efficient razor and get through without any real, I probably, do you know something, there's no real issues. Got a little bit of irritation in my skin, I can feel it, but that's it. So let me just grab some Ann Herb, because this stuff is the mutts nuts. A lot of people have sent me some lovely stuff in the post over the last 18 months. Believe it or not, this thing here, this Ann Herb, is one of the best products that anyone's ever sent me. I just love it. It does have a very medical sort of scent to it, as I've mentioned several times. But the burn from it is lovely, that sort of healing burn. And then you get a beautiful, cool menthol. It's really nice. The menthol's kicked in already, the burn's pretty much gone. But the moisturisation from it's excellent. It absorbs and it leaves no residue, no stickiness, nothing at all. It leaves your skin feeling really silky smooth. And that, ladies and gentlemen, for me, is about as good as it gets. I mean, I'm pretty much BBS here. I've gone against, sort of up and against the grain, so that shows you how slick the soap is and how good the razor is. So that is me done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed that. You secret artisan out there, I hope you got something from that. I'll send you a little message anyway, but I'm highly impressed. Got no irritation today on my head or my face. And the soap performed, in my opinion, better than it did from version 1. I just think it's a better formulation. Brilliant. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.